you here for?
Very clever, started 17 years old at Barrington High School, then the best high school in New York. Another pupil was Louis Ginsberg. And like Naomi, he had a Russian Jewish background, and Louis was also very clever.
Imagine, two souls from Russia. We met here.
In America.
In America.
What's the matter? You've been to bed in the darkness for 2 weeks now. May I open for some light? We were supposed to get married. Let us marry.
We will get married.
Louis Ginsberg, poet.
Naomi Ginsberg, revolutionary. Eugene.
Our first child. Allen Ginsberg. Our second child.
Yes, show mommy how you can run. Alan!
Naomi, my mother, in baggy gymnastic trousers, hitchhiked to Pennsylvania to get a socialist youth. Eugene, my brother, was with them. Me, Alan, I was not even born then. Naomi, my mother, in revolutionary nudist camps, I ran away to an old cabin where a white-haired Negro told me everything about his water barrels mysterious.
Alan.
I'm here, Mom.
What's the matter? Are you angry with Mummy?
I don't like it when you dance naked in the park.
Oh, I just wanted to have some fun.
The people enjoyed themselves. They were laughing at you.
Let them laugh. You shouldn't be afraid of the body, Allen. My boy.
How can you support Russia when they invade Finland? Russia is so much bigger than Finland.
This is too complicated for you.
Why are you so often walking around naked when Daddy comes home with his friends after work?
Oh, that's enough, Allen!
Excuse me.
Listen, I bought you a little present on the way home. You like them? Try them. La 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 la. Put them on your feet. Here. So you can dance with them.
I can't dance.
La 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 la. On your feet now, my little dancer. Dance for Mother Naomi.
I can't dance.
Yes, you can. Come on.
My mother dances in the park. She dances with a man with a big mustache. Bom, 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 bom. The man with the big mustache, he comes from holy Russia. His name is Joseph Stalin, and he's dancing with my mother.
You don't understand. It's ever since those 3 big sticks up my back. They did something to me in hospital. They poisoned me. They want to see me dead. 3 big sticks. 3 big sticks. Take me to Lakewood, Allen. I need to rest.
Daddy must phone the doctors when he comes home from work.
No, you phone the doctor.
You started trembling when you saw the bus driver's face. It was nearly impossible to get you on the bus. Was the bus driver a spy? To Times Square to grab another Greyhound to Lakewood. And were the invisible bugs at Times Square bus station? Of the hospitals, I still haven't written your history. I leave it abstract. A few images run through the mind. Remembrances of electrical shocks. By long nights when I was a child in Patterson apartment, watching over your nervousness. Your next move, By that afternoon, when I stayed home from school, to take care of you. Once and for all.
Riding the bus, 3 hours, past all American industry, soda factories, gas fields, petrified locomotive prisons, tanks, trains, into piney woods, New Jersey, India. And quiet towns, and bridges over rivers, but no deers, just a million of old ladies, all voting for Roosevelt, and their small brown houses. Roads off the Madness Highway!
We got there, Lakewood. I sat on bed waiting to escape. I left with the next bus for New York. I lay my head back in the last seat, depressed. The worst yet to come. Abandoning her. I was only 12.
12 years old, and riding the bus at night through New Jersey, and I had left Naomi. Me, sunk in a seat. All violence broken.
I got home late that night.
Louis was worried.
How could I be so?
Didn't I think?
I shouldn't have left her.
Mad in Lakewood.
Phone the doctor!
From the home in the pines.
Too late.
I went to bed exhausted that night.
I wanted to leave the world. Delivered her to Madhouse again.
But one day she came home again.
We had much planned and prepared.
We waited for that day.
because I'm just coming home from the mental hospital. I am your mother. That's good, Allen. You can go out with the garbage bucket.
When a boy goes out with a garbage bucket, or when the garbage bucket goes out with a little boy, when dreams take over, when thoughts of home torment the heart, and you can fly away with the balloon of the garbage bucket. Over Patterson, all the way to Bronx, over Hudson River, over Brooklyn Bridge. From nowhere, yes, from nowhere, everything comes to the little boy. Half an hour later, as if some years had passed, by a red light, when a taxi accelerated away with screaming tires, our little hero, the curly-haired Jewish boy, notices that he is walking around with a garbage bucket. And he is a longing little guy, is a thinking little fellow. He feels embarrassed, yes, rather ridiculous, when he walks home along the 7th Avenue, among ties and long skirts, among graying people and powdered people. Then somebody asks, what would have become of our little hero if he didn't know how to fly high in the sky? Yeah, what would have become of our little hero if he didn't know how to fly high in the sky? Ba, 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 bo, bo. Ba, 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 bo, bo.
Table. He was sad. I told him, look at all those fightings and killings down there. What's the matter? Why don't you put a stop to it? I try, he said. That's all he could do. He's been a he likes. Lentil soup.
June 19th. My mother thinks she's going to die, and that's not so good. My brother, he's to graduate from high school. Then he'll go to college. June 21st. My mother is worse today. June 23rd. I stayed home from school to mind my mother. I got 2 pairs of shoes. And I heard the Lewis Braddock fight over the radio. Joe Louis won, so he's now champion of the world. June 24th. I stayed home from school again. This morning my mother locked herself in the bathroom and my father had to break the glass to get in. She also went back to the sanatorium. And I saw a film of the fight. Joe Louis, he's a real hero now. And I also got a sty under my eye.
I'm glad you came. I'm searching for the wires on the ceiling. I think there's some kind of central headquarters here.
I was up by Edie and Max, had a cup of coffee. Is Eleanor home?
No, she's out.
Edie phoned. She said here has been trouble.
Tell me, Alan, how are you doing at the university? Huh?
You know that this is about the only place where you can have a home in New York.
And do you have good teachers at school?
You know that Eleanor has a very weak heart.
Do you remember last week when you were here and I made that painting of you?
Edie and Max and Eleanor, they want only the best for you. They try to help you. You should be thankful to them.
And do you remember you had your favorite...
You should have kicked Eleanor, you understand? You are nearly killing your own sister!
Eleanor is a rat!
You are a rat! You're a tormenting rat! Rushable Avenue. Last apartment in Bronx for spies. Last home for Eleanor and Naomi. Here these communist sisters lost the revolution.
Last night when the nightingale woke me. Last night when the nightingale woke me. Last night when all was
has been gone for years now.
But his mother, Buba, she tells him what to do.
Grandma
Can't walk.
Grandma will soon be dead.
I've seen her climbing over the walls of the cemetery. And my sister Eleanor whispers in the radio.
Eleanor is sick.
Eleanor is the worst spy. She takes orders.
Eleanor is sick of all your suspiciousness. Hitler! Gas! Sticks! There are no wires here. Took Naomi away. The doctor phoned and said she was hurting herself. The only cure, lobotomy. Reluctantly, I signed the papers.
Telegram from Eugene. Naomi dead.
Outside, I bent my head to the ground, under the bushes, near the garage. I knew she was better. Not left alone to see the world. Old woman of skulls. Once the long-haired Naomi of the Bible. So at last, 2 days after her death, I got her letter. Strange prophecies anew. She wrote,
The key is in the window. The key is in the sunlight in the window. I have the key. Get married, Allen, and don't take drugs. The key is in the bars, in the sunlight, in the window. Love your mother, which is Naomi.
Oh, mother, what have I left out? Oh, mother, what have I forgotten? Oh, mother, farewell with a long black shoe. Farewell, communist party in a broken stocking. Farewell with 6 dark hairs on the wen of your breast. Farewell with your old dress and a long black beard around the vagina. Farewell with your sagging belly. With your eyes of Russia, with your eyes of no money, with your eyes of false China, with your eyes of Aunt Eleanor, with your eyes of starving India, with your eyes pissing in the park, with your eyes of America itself taking a fall, with your eyes of your failure at the piano, with your eyes of your relatives in California, with your eyes of Ma Rainey dying in an ambulance, with your eyes of Czechoslovakia attacked by a robot, with your eyes going to painting class at night in the Bronx, with your eyes of the killer grandma you see on the horizon from the fire escape, with your eyes running naked out of the apartment, streaming into the hall, with your eyes being led away by policemen to an ambulance, with your eyes strapped down on an operating table, with your eyes with the pancreas removed, with your eyes of appendix operation, with your eyes of abortion, with your eyes of ovaries removed, with your eyes of shock, with your eyes of lobotomy, with your eyes of divorce, with your eyes of stroke, with your eyes alone, with your eyes, with your eyes, with your death full of flowers.
And here is 15 minutes culture of the week. There have been certain reports about a strange poetry reading down at 6 Gallery, where the poets, didn't only read the poems. It wasn't just a recitation of poems, but they shouted the poems and got drunk on wine. And later, we were running around and we were throwing wine at it. No, they were running around. They were throwing wine at each other. These poets like to call themselves the Beat Generation and have prominent names such as Allen Ginsberg, drug poet Gary Snyder, drug poet Jack on the Road Kerouac, and then some years older William S. Burroughs, drug poet. Friends of mine, I do believe that this Beat Generation isn't just a new kind of literature, but a whole new way of life, a protest against us, the white middle class of America. America! Mr. Allen Ginsberg!
That's me. What do you want?
Friend of mine. You are prosecuted according to paragraph 14, chapter 12, part 5, line 17, word H, B, and C, for writing and reading obscene poetry. Do you have anything to say in your defense, Mr. Ginsberg?
Holy.
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 Ouch!
Holy. Everywhere is holy.
Even the hole in my ass?
Is holy. Holy. My mother. In the mental institutions. Holy. The marks of the grandfathers of Kansas.
And holy, the mysterious rivers of tears under the streets.
Holy, the skyscrapers, the big towns.
Solitude! I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves to the Negro streets at dawn, looking for an angry fix.
Angel-hearted hipsters.
Burning! They were burning! They were burning! And kicked out of the academies for crazy.
They were whole intellects, overbaked, in total collapse,
And meat for the synagogue.
thrown on the pavement.
And they fell on their knees inside hopeless cathedrals, praying for each other's salvation.
And then they reappeared years later, dressed in shorts and beards, and investigating.
FBI. With big, sexy, pacifist eyes, passing out incomprehensible leaflets.
They threw potato salad at teachers of Dadaism.
And subsequently, they showed up the day after, outside the madhouse, with shaven heads, demanding instantaneous. Yeah, Tommy!
What is the Sphinx of aluminium and cement that best open their skulls and eat their imagination?
Moloch!
Moloch?
Moloch!
Moloch, whose mind is pure machinery.
Moloch, who sighs 1,000 of blind windows.
Moloch, whose blood is money!
Moloch, his love is endless. Oil and stone.
Moloch, whose name is the brain. Moloch, who we abandon. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving us to naked. I saw my generation. I saw my generation for the Holy Mariana from the cigarette smoking saxophone. There is an ancient way of peace and understanding, mental power, Vietnam, holy, take out the evil, take out the evil. There is an ancient way of people understanding mental power. Mental power. Vietnam, Vietnam. Ho, ho, take out the evil. Ho, ho, take out the evil. Rungus, Irusaro Rishnu. Ut alla demoner. Demons out. Demons out. Demons out.
God, why do we have wars? God, why do we have laws? God, people are so strange. God, I am so ashamed. I am so ashamed. and you do what you want. People are hating and fighting for love. People call me funny names I don't understand. You got to help the people who call themselves man. I don't want to be your enemy. I want everyone in this world free. I don't give a damn if you're hip or square. Love is something everyone's got to share.
In January 1967, I was 40 years old when I came to San Francisco to help to organize a big holy festival, the first being in the world. The day started when my friend Gary Snyder blew a tone in his sea conch. We were 30,000 that had gathered just to be together. And we had all made ourselves beautiful, bringing beautiful clothes, drums, incense, faith, tambourines, and holy things. And in a corner of the park, the diggers gave out sandwiches with LSD for free. We had gathered for Mother Earth's belief in a new consciousness that we all already sat on the knee of. A joyful face-to-face beginning of a new time. At the end of the event, I sang my cleaning up mantra, and all helped cleaning. Later, similar festivals, beans, lavins took place all over America, and I knew that we changed America, and by God, I hope it was
for the better. This is the American dream.
Sounds like a wonderful dream.
Wow, man! Wow!
And everybody was there.
Look, there we have the beat poets.
There are the radicals.
And here we have the hippies with their old Indian dreams.
And here we have the alternative therapy move.
Allen! Allen!
Yeah.
How many people do you think are here?
We are one. We are all one.
Wow, man! Wow!
Monday,
Nothing. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday and Thursday, nothing.
once more nothing. January nothing, February nothing, March and April nothing, May and June a whole lot of nothing, years and years, oh hey, hey, hey! Bush is nothing, Clinton nothing, Nixon and Humphrey nothing, Reagan for a change, less than nothing, Gingrich once more. Nothing. What's the ugliest part of my body? What's the ugliest part of his body? Some say his nose, some say his toes, but we know it's his mind. Yes, we know it's his mind. What's the ugliest part of your body? What's the ugliest part of your body? Some say your nose, some say your toes, but we think it's your mind. Yes, we think it's your mind.
A few presidents later, and many dreams later, I had a dream in Boulder, Colorado, 1983. I dreamt I was back in the big town on the East Coast, walking around the Bronx, looking for a warm water apartment. I was very surprised because my grandma, she was still alive. She invited me for red beet soup. And on a side street, an old woman started talking to me. And I recognized my mother, so much older than she used to be. What are you doing here?
I live alone now. You have all abandoned me. I am a great woman. What are you doing here, Ellen?
I'm looking for a home.
And finally, after all those years without a home, here I could live with Normie forever. At last, at long, long last, my search was over in this pleasant way.
Don't be angry with me, Mom, but you know, the best thing, it is that we're all enemies. You know, Grandma, she's still alive. She lives just 2 blocks down the road.
returned them from the land of the dead to the living, to the poetry, and wrote this tale about an old, old love. And imagined that I had met my mother again.